Every year when the Melee Army Top 100 rankings come out, there are always a few players who just barely missed the cut for the official list. But often, the skill gap between the featured players and the ones who just missed being ranked can be quite small, such as Reeve, who was ranked 101 this year and missed out on 100 by only 0.2 of a point. So let's take a look at some of the 25 players who are on the ballot but missed the top 100, who are all but guaranteed a spot next year if they keep up the same quality of work. First off is the aforementioned Mr. 101, Reeve. Reeve's campaign for a Spring Summit invite may have come up just short of him earning an invite to the event, but it greatly assisted in making himself more well known in the community this year. He accrued solid placings at some of the majors he attended this year, but his win over SVAD at Eden was easily the highlight of his year. What held him back from reaching the top 100 was most likely his lack of wins against any other top 50 players, and bad losses like Green Ranger and Koopa Troopa that he accumulated over the year. But with a drive like Reeve's to improve that can be seen through his streams, and most apparently by his attendance, and respectable placings at 7 majors this year, he's a safe bet for next year's top 100. Vortex catapulted himself into the consciousness of the Melee community in 2017 by knocking Westballs into losers in round 2 of pools at the Big House 7, playing a huge part in West's 65th placing the event. Beyond that, the dual Fox and Sheik main from Westchester, New York did not have any other breakout performances at events this year. But he stayed solid and avoided taking any monumentally bad losses, which is always a great sign for the future of a rising Melee player. Vortex was also able to break onto a stacked New York City PR for the first time ever at 16th, and I expect him to continue climbing up the ladder in his region. So be on the lookout for Vortex on the Genesis 5 upset thread, as well as next year's top 100. Bananas, sitting at 102 on this year's rankings, and second on Central Texas's most recent power rankings, was easily the player I was most surprised about not making it into the top 100 this year, as I had him ranked 91st on my ballot. Beyond having a loss to Florida Fox Rids at the Big House, Bananas had a great year with the highlights being placing second at Clutch City 2, only losing to Mojo, and fourth at Low Tier City 5 over Cyrox, Mojo, and Bobby Frizz. He also took advantage of Mewtwo horrible weakness in the Ices matchup and took him to Game 3 in pools at SmashCon, just missing out on an upset that would have sure given him that top 100 spot. But 2016 is just the beginning of the story for Bananas, who is sure to knock multiple top players in the losers in pools this year, who are both unprepared for the Ices matchup and don't respect Bananas as much as they should. Beyond these 3 players, there's not anyone else I'm willing to wholeheartedly endorse as highly likely to be a top 100 player, due mostly either to lack of information via tournament results from 2017, or due to a significant amount of bad losses. I do, however, have a few honorable mentions from this remaining list of players. Sharks, R2D-Loo, Riobeat, and Plank are all players I'm going to be keeping my eye on as we move into the 2018 season of competitive Melee. And yeah, that's about it for this short little video. Who else do you think I should have included here? I think I kind of mulled over the list of the 25 remaining people, and I wanted to go for like 4 or 5, but I felt really solid in these 3, and I didn't want to artificially push it just to have a higher number. I'm putting all my stock in these 3 players, and I believe they're going to be top 100 next year. Hopefully higher than just the fringe, maybe like an 80 or a 70. It all depends. It's really hard to judge from this point how good someone else is. And I also would love to hear who you think I snubbed with this. Who do you think I forgot out on? Do you think these 3 players are gonna have a good 2018? It'll be cool to come back and look at this and see if I was right and harass me if I was completely wrong. Again, I want to remind you guys that over on Patreon, if you give $1 or more, you'll get these videos early. You'll get it usually like a day-ish early, and if you also get Discord access, and if you pay more, you get shout-outs and videos. You get to choose a topic for each month. So go check that out if you're kind of interested. $1 means a whole lot to me. And also for previews of videos and anything else, follow me at SaveAsUntitled on Twitter, and yeah, that's about it. I've been SaveAsUntitled. I hope you enjoyed this short little video, and I'll see you guys next time.